What's going on, guys? Mr. Domo back at it again, doing another review, this time on the Mafex number 74 Robocop from Robocop 2. Now, this is my first Mafex action figure. So all of this is going to be kind of fresh to me and new because I've never owned one before. But when I found out that they were making Robocop action figures, I had to get one because, I mean, as a kid, I know I wasn't supposed to watch the movie, but I did. And man, Robocop is such a cool figure. He was really cool in the movies. And so I know Mafex was making 3 of these. So they made Robocop from Robocop 1. This is Robocop from Robocop 2. And then now they're going to be making a Robocop from Robocop 3. And the only difference between those Robocops is the first one didn't have that kind of like blue metallic finish on his armor. This one does. And then the third one actually has like the rocket pack that, he used at the end of the movie. And then that interchangeable hand with like the machine gun and the grenade launcher and the flamethrower. So I thought I would get number 2 because it does have a good amount of accessories, and it does have those accessories from the second movie, which has to do with Kane. And Kane was like the villain and the drug dealer that was selling Nuke. And so here we got their their box. It's got a clear window. You can see Robocop and all the accessories, Mafex there. And this is number 74. I think every time they come out with a figure, they always number them. And of course, on the side here, we got Robocop 2. And then on the back here, you see all the accessories that come with this figure. And I cannot wait to check this guy out. And on this other side, you still have Robocop there. So pretty neat. And I can't wait to check out this figure. So let's go ahead, open up the box, and check out this dude. Alright guys, so there he is out of the box, Officer Murphy, aka Robocop. And man, aesthetically this thing looks awesome, and I've been wanting a Robocop to kind of go with my retro kind of toy action figure collection, and this guy is gonna be a nice addition. And so I love the metallic color that just runs through his chest there, the arms and the legs, and then of course his visor there. So really nicely done. And I mean, for the guy, his joints are really tight, which is really nicely done because, I mean, it gives you that freedom, and he's not loose. He could kind of move around. He does have like a special joint there, kind of like a butterfly joint on his shoulder there. So, he could kind of put his arm all the way across his chest, which is really nicely done. His head moves really well. There's no like limitation of movement there. Around the leg is really nice. It holds up really well. So this is not a loose figure. And I mean, really nicely done. I love how they give you that extra additional piece there for his leg, so like his gun is coming out of. And let me go ahead and show you his gun. So let me just take off his hand here, and let me just show you that. Look at that. That is really nicely done. This effect here does come separate, so you could have it on or not, but that is nicely done. I love it how it kind of has that flare out like he's shooting his side arm. So that is really cool. And there's his gun right there. Really nicely done. Good detail. I think it's a little too glossy for my taste. I wish it would have been a little bit more like a matte black on that gun. But not bad so far. Really nice. And the peg on this is really nice. It really gets in there nice and snug. And so it's really good. Also, what I love about this guy is like here you can see the little hydraulic system there at his ankle. That is really cool. He does have a toe pivot too, so that is really cool. So overall, really good. The only complaint I would say about this guy is his chest piece. So he does have an interchangeable chest piece, which I'll show you in a second, but this is loose. See how easy that is? And there is like 2 little metal plates there, and then I'm guessing that there's 2 small magnets. And so I just wish that the magnets were a little bit stronger, because it doesn't really clip on. It just kind of holds it onto place. So if you're moving this guy around, look how easy that comes off. That's I mean, that's my only complaint with this figure. I wish they would have used a stronger magnet for the chest piece. But other than that, really cool. And so let me show you the accessories. And this guy does come loaded with accessories. So first you do get his kind of like, instruction manual there, how to remove his visor, how to move the face plates and his arms and so forth. So there you go. So you do have that. So the chest piece here, we have the other one, which is like battle damage chest piece, which is really nicely done. I love that huge impact there on his chest plate, and then he's got like little just kind of like machine gun or sidearm damage to his chest plate. So that is really cool. So that you get that, and then of course you do have the visor. So if you've seen Robocop 2, you notice that he did get that cut there when he's battling Kane. And so that is nicely done. I love that. So you get those two items. And then, of course, you do get that interchangeable leg piece there. So if you don't want to display where the gun's coming out, you could just kind of have it solid, just like on the other side of his leg. So that is nicely done. And I love that color. That is so good. That is so good. And then he does come with a tiny little socket wrench, when he's doing self repairs or he's trying to take his visor off. So that is cool. That is a neat little addition there. He does come with the little drug there, Nuke, from the movie. So that is nicely done. Love the details on that. And he also comes with the actual brain and the spinal cord of Kane. And that is really cool. Towards the end, he yanks this out, and that is nicely done. Look at that. I love the detail of like the brain there. And you got the spinal cord, and of course, the veins, I'm guessing that's what it is, in the wires. That is so nice. Now he does have special hands to hold these items, so like this hand right here, he does have these. This is his right hand, I believe, but he does have a hand to hold a nuke there, so it fits really nice. So there you go. And then he does have a special hand to hold the spinal cord, and this is it. So you just kind of clamp it right there, and there you go. So really nicely done. And then you do get a pair of two fists. So there you go. And also you get he does have one trigger hand, and then he does come with the other set of trigger hands. So if you want to alternate the hands, so that's really nice. And of course he has one relaxed hand, and here's the other relaxed hand. So that is really cool. Nicely done. Good details on that. And so far for the face expression, so here he's kind of have like he's a neutral face, lips kind of closed there, looking all serious. And he does have one where it's kind of like he's speaking, like when he's telling him to drop it or whatever. So there's one right there where he's kind of speaking. And the other one is semi-open mouth kind of type deal. So maybe he's gritting his teeth, trying to look a little bit more angry. But these kind of look freaky because there's no eyeballs. But, obviously you would just put the faceplate, take the helmet off, and then swap out the faceplate, and it'll just look like that. So see, looks totally normal, but this looks kind of freakish. So overall, pretty cool. And then not only that, but Mafex also adds in a stand for your figure. And really, I don't think you really need this stand. I mean, the guy, he holds up pretty well on his own. As you can see, he's really well balanced, because that's just because his tight joints and everything like that. The weight, he's got a little bit of weight. He's not too heavy. And so it looks good. It looks really good. So far, really nicely done. I love the details on that. And then, of course, you can see all the little engravings there on his chest piece and all of that. So really cool figure, and I am excited to get this guy. This is the one I was looking for. I was kind of like debating, what should I get? Should I get number 1, number 2, or number 3? But number 2, I loved it because it came with the most accessories. I think number 3 is just going to come with that rocket pack and the interchangeable hand that's like a grenade launcher, machine gun, and flamethrower. So that's pretty cool. And then number 1, just like I said, it's more of a silver just kind of flat metallic color, and this one got that little blue purple shading to it. So really awesome. I am really glad. Like I said, this is my first Mafex, and you know what, I am not disappointed. Like I said, my only gripe is this chest piece, because this is super like easy to just remove. But you know, if you just got this guy displayed, you know, however, and you're not really messing around with it, then it's not a problem. Obviously you can see it's not just coming off on its own. You really have to manipulate it and move it for it to come off. But that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe, share, and I will talk to you guys later.